should teams adapt product planning given this environment this year, something they haven't had to do in the past decade? So any thoughts on that, John?
The next thing I think you need to think about is a horizon-based planning thing. So the way I use it very specifically is this 1s and 3s method, that you can basically divide anything you're doing into 1s and 3s, 1 to 3 minutes, 1 to 3 days, 1 to 3 weeks, 1 to 3 months, 1 to 3 quarters, 1 to 3 years, and 1 to 3 decades. Everything you're doing at the company happens on those timescales in tandem automatically. So the number one thing that you need to think about, if you have not done this already in your product organization, is to get the cadences of each of those humming at the right point, because there's so much unpredictability in the space now at the moment. If you think you're going to get away with just committing to a year's worth of stuff or a roadmap or a plan without building the muscle to think about your like 1 to 3 month calibration and 1 to 3 quarter calibration, you're going to have a lot of trouble. So the very actionable thing you should do is, yes, it's important to get some things lined up for your planning process for next year and some agreements and some things, but you need to kick off the motion for almost what's like a continuous planning process happening on like the 1 to 3 month time scale, because things are going to very quickly change and devolve as we go through these, you know, the next year or so to do it. So the way to think about this very practically is imagine your sort of annual planning cycle as this set of activities, and then think about how to compress those into a shorter, abbreviated calibration activity that you're going to just do on a more regular basis. So if you do not have that in place now at the moment, if your quarterly, if your quarterly planning just amounts to just performance theater and you're not calibrating your beliefs and thinking of it almost as like a mini strategy, mini calibration setting, you're going to have a lot of trouble next year.